All right. Let's get started. Today is Tuesday, February 6, 2024. It's 8 a.m. Seems that after a good battle here, crude is finally moving above the previous day high. It was here for a while. I did not make an entry here. But it's moving up, and I've been watching this for a while for that break, but I'm gonna wait until the market opens there. But it seems that that it's moving nicely to the upside in crude. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, let's go with news. We do have in at noon. At noon, we have FOMC member Mester speaks, and then nothing really the rest of the day. So no news. I'm gonna leave that one there. Let's take a look at the point and figure charts, and let's go and start with gold. And we do have here some good support and resistance. I painted this today's range in here, so we do have extensions up to the 2050 to 2055 area. There is a or the resistance here. It's at 2045, and you see that I'm taking that that previous low and this previous highs there. So that one there would give me the resistance there. So that and that is some, and also we do have the overnight right there. So 2045, and then in the low side, or in a support, we have 2030, 2031 right here at that level, and that level as well. Okay, we have taken this one into consideration before, but then it went yesterday. It went down a double bottom right here, and then it started to move to the upside, and then some reaction to that level as well. So those levels are working, and we are right below support, below resistance now at 2045. I'm gonna correct this one a little bit. 2045 and 2031. Yeah, right there. Okay, let's look at crude. And crude is breaking that level of resistance now. I had this one here before it broke, and it's coming from this pivot low right there, and that pivot high. Some overshooting here, but this one seems to be a important area, and it's the 50, right? 73.50, and below here 71.50. Okay, so 73.50, 71.50, and then the range here on extensions. I put this range here in the overnight. This one is kind of iffy, but it's okay. So I put it right here at 73.23, down below here at 72.58. The extensions are 73.80 and 74.50, and then in the lower side, 71.39. And it's matching this support that we have right here. Expand this a little. Okay. ES. All right. So ES, we do have here 79.76, 49.76 right here at this pivot high. We can call it 49.80, but I'm gonna take that pivot high right here. The extension here is at 49.96 or 5,000. So if this one decides to move up, there's some good resistance up here on that significant pivot high right there. But now it seems that it's ranging in this value here. The support, the mid, and now it's is matching these pivots here, so that you can consider that one as a support as well. And it seems that it's bouncing up, but then the next pivot low, it's down here. And you can say that this one is an overshoot on that support, but I'm taking that one as a support level. And then we do have this extension here. Right there. So that would be the next stop if we start moving to the downside. Momentum is going down a bit, so I would say that we are neutral to bearish on this one, but it could bounce and move to the upside there. NQ. In Q, that level is 770 on the resistance here with that pivot high, and then with that one, it would be a double top in there. So that's 17,770, and then in the low side, I'm gonna go with those pivots here, and then I'm gonna consider that one as an overshoot. So level there is 17,650. Yeah, 17,645. 17,645 actually. Okay, that would be goal NQ. Let's take a look at RTY. Let's give it a couple of seconds there. And it would be around there. So, okay, let's push it up. Okay, so here it is. This support here becomes resistance now. There's also a touch point there and a touch point there, so hopefully that one is clear. The resistance here, I put it at 45.50, so 1945 right there, and it's moving down on that resistance. Now if it manages to start moving to the upside, then we need to look at these levels up here, even that one there. This one here would be a good, but it seems that we are moving either sideways or into the downside. And then support here, the mid I defined it here, which is that pivot low, but then if you see, we do have the midpoint right there that could serve as a support here as well. We do have that point, or that congestion area. So all of this area could be a congestion. So 1926 right? That would be the mid, and then the extension here would be with that Darvas there, and that would be 1907. Okay, so that's levels for those are the levels for today. Let's go to the dailies, and I'm gonna go with, seems that we do have a little bit of time, so I'm gonna go with this on the dailies. So dailies in gold, we are still below the first day opening range here. So facing some resistance up above at 2048.8, and also in the we are below the 30-day simple moving average, which is this a yellow line there. So I would say that we are bias is still bearish to me because we are below the opening range, and we do have some good resistance here. Red arrow and crossing below on the stochastics, pausing here on the MACD, and then we are falling in the intermediate, in the mid zone. So I would say that we are we are still. The thing is that it bounced here on this red tail here at the 61.8 level on this Fibonacci, from the low to the high right there. So I would say that I'm neutral, neutral to bullish the short term, not neutral to bearish in the short term, just because we are below the opening range, or the first day opening range. Crude has this doji here, similar to a hammer, but a doji at the end. The body is very, very small, but we are facing also the 30 simple moving average, and you see that we are moving sideways in there. We are still below the first day opening range. Red momentum in the histograms, and red in the stochastics as well, and this intermediate line on the green here is falling still. So still bearish, but very much sideways as well in here. So potentially forming a bear flag, but we are in a channel in here. Okay, ES, it's forming a bull flag right here. Momentum, so we are still bullish in the dailies. This one, it's a little bit extended to me, but what do I know, right? So this one is 49.97 and the top here. So that's why we are looking at the 5,000 as a potential target here. But we are making a bull flag right here. So if today moves above 49.81, 49.80, then that bull flag will trigger. Green still, but very flat in the MACD, turning red in the stochastics, and falling, being defensive on the MFC. NQ, bullish, bull flag triggered right here, and this one is a continuation, and we are looking for a horizontal breakout out of the 17,973. Stochastics to the upside, and then momentum on the intermediate MFC market forecast is going to the upside, so bullish. And then here we do have red and very flat MACD, so which you can see here that it's kind of going in this range, deciding on what to do. Could look toppy if it starts reversing, but we still at this point I would say that we are still bullish. We are above the first day opening range, which was the trigger on the bull flag, or the candle. The low of this candle is it set up the formation of the bull flag. And then RTY, this one is the one that we are still bearish. So or the bias is to the downside. We did trigger here a bear flag, and then yesterday bounced off of this 1934 resistance, and then it's now teasing it again there. And then if it manages to continue to the downside, then that would be the next the 1909 or even in the 1900, because it's a rounded number, would be a target. Now the moving averages are stacking to the downside, the 30 and the 10, and then momentum in the MACD is to the downside, stochastics as well, and intermediate is falling. So everything indicates that we could see some more downtrend in RTY. And the other thing is that we do have I do have this diagonal here all the way. Let's extend this time. I'm gonna put a year. And then from here, we do have this diagonal there, and attached with this point. Well, this point is the formation, right? So I formed it with this one and that one, and then the extension went to there, and then tried to move up, and then failed. Failed on that on continuing another bounce here, and it's coming back down. So for that reason, I'm more bearish in RTY. Hopefully that makes sense. And it's let's look at the other time charts here. So let's start with gold. So compression in the 240 minutes. The moving averages are stacking to the downside. We do have the 200. So gold is going to open in 2 minutes. So we do have moving up, but the moving averages are stacking to the downside. So it could be forming, if it's rejected there, expect more downside from here. So in the 60 minutes, it's been kind of rejected off of the 50 simple moving average here. Momentum is still the fast and slow lines are below the 0 line, but turning green on the histogram. So I would say that we are bearish to neutral in gold, and here we are neutral in the 30 minutes. Momentum in here, though, it's turning green, but we do have the 200 up above, and we do have a range day in the overnight. So so expect some more sideways move in gold here. Let's turn to crude. Crude is moving to the in the 240 minutes, we are still bearish, forming a bear flag here. However, it could be a reversal. We do have moving averages stacking to the downside here still, so it could reverse, but it could continue the move to the downside here. It has been a couple of 3 days, I believe, that 3 or 4 days. Let me check. 1, 2, 3, 3 days, and then with the doji that we were discussing here. So this one, 1, 2, and 3, with the doji here and bouncing, potentially a bounce here with this new candle. But in the 240s, we're still bearish. At the most sideways here, and momentum is a little bit extended in the zero lines, in the fast and slow line. Sideways in the 60 minutes. Every move here would be a counter trend for now. I want to extend this one. Even I would say that would be probably there. And we do have the 200 above, and now we are leaving behind the 50. So a sideways move, I would say here, compression. And we are in compression also in the 30 minutes. So moving up, same situation, prices in between the 200 and the 50, and the moving and the smaller moving averages are stacking to the upside now, but I would say that we are still in the range. So would be careful with crude to assume that it's going to bounce all the way up. Yes, as I said, bullish, forming a bull flag right here on yesterday. So if it moves to the upside, then expect the 5,000 level as a target, or at least this 49.95. That would be on the 240. So we see that that is still bullish. Sideways to bullish in the 60 minutes as well. Here is the resistance, so we are moving sideways in the overnight, and then sideways also to, I would say, bullish in the 30 minutes. Now I'm looking at this one, and if let me see if we paint this. We're right there. So we'll see if it has a strength to keep moving to the upside. I would, but it's not notoriously it's sideways. So be careful on that choppiness. And then we could probably put here also. I want to see it in the ES. I want to paint potentially that would be the range. So yeah, I would say that probably this would be a good range to be in. So sideways move in the overnight, and no news today. So that's another thing to consider. Let's go to NQ, and let's bring this one back here. 240 is still bullish in the 240s to sideways, but some good resistance up here. If it manages to break in there, 1790 could be a good a potential target as well. In the 60 minutes, also bullish. Sideways to bullish, but bullish, right? We are within the within this range here. We are within that that range there, and I would say there. So potentially, if it breaks here, could go to higher highs here. In the 30 minutes, triggering a bull flag right here, but in the channel, so sideways, I would say. Momentum is turning red here, but bullish move in the last hour or so. Okay, and then lastly, let's go to RTY. Bearish in the 240s. Bear flag triggered up here, and bearish also in the 60 minutes. All the moving averages are stuck into the downside, and in the 30 minutes we are making a bear flag here, so facing potentially facing the 50, and then after that we would look for it. So any trading here to the upside is going to be counter trend trade, so riskier, but it seems that wants to move to the it seems that it's forming a bear flag now that would trigger below this 1937. Okay, so with that, let's go to the Renko charts and look at price action. Yeah, gold made an attempt here to go to the upside, but then it's coming back down to the range. So the Renko charts, on the Renko charts, then yes, I want to rectify this one a little bit there, and then I'm going to put this congestion right there. So we are in the ES, we are moving sideways there. Let's see if I can see another. Yeah, I would say that those are good levels there. Yeah, okay. And then RTY pre-market is below the open price on the overnight, right below our support, our resistance level. And gold in compression now, double bottom right here. We are above the cloud there. And if this one would trigger to the upside, then we are right below the resistance level. Gold, crude is coming back down to the previous high. Momentum is a little bit extended. What is the value on those? 55, and gold is 40, so really flat, 0.4 and 0.55. And the gold in the in crude in the let's go to crude. 30 minutes in crude has the 200 over there. So potentially it could be a target, but we are below the resistance here at 73.50. Yeah, I would like to crude to come back a little bit more. Here it would be an entry at the 18 EMA. And we are half an hour before that crude goes bid to open. Potential week off of the moving average here on the and week off of the cloud if this one triggers. I would be careful in here. Just we've been in a range for the last. It actually triggered, but it really came back down. I would be. I did not take this one, but and the reason is the 30 moving average here. So let me show you. Gold 30. Come on. So look at that. We are right below the 200, and then this week, this long week here, it's not a really good sign. That means that it could be an overshoot here. Went all the way up there and failed, and then came back. So this is probably not a good sign. And one other thing that I like to or I considering is the rounded numbers, right? So 20, 30. So mainly I see that 2000 there, and it's in the back of my mind that in this pivot low it was not taken. Let's look at the dailies. 2004 is where it went. Anyway, so yeah, it's coming back down. See, we were right below the resistance level here, so nothing says that that it's going to break it, but this case, we didn't take it, and we were okay. Now, if you see the momentum here, it seemed that that it wanted to break it up and do the continuation. Still, this candle has not been violated yet, so we are still in a live candle here with a double rejection here. That would be more a more confirmation that it could break this resistance. But at this point, it seems that it's moving sideways, and that this price here on the 45 was effectively rejected. Lots of congestion in this area, right? But this candle is still live, so and since my mood is preservation of capital, and I try not to take that much risk. I see this one is still live, and it's trying to move to the upside now, but if it continues to moving to the upside, I may take it, but it's still not clear yet. It seems that we're not going to have trades today in the morning either. Not my fault. I didn't bring the right market today to the table, huh? See, this one here, it's failing to move to the upside on the previous day high on crude, and you can justify that one with the range that we put in here. We are still in the range. Oops, I moved these levels. Why? Not that much, but I moved it. Oh, it was 50, right? Yes. I'm gonna put look. Break into the downside in crude. on the previous day high. Yeah, that's totally true, Bobber. Yeah. Um, no need. If you see a clear entry with good probabilities of a continuation at the right time as well, then yeah, you would be, the probabilities are in your favor. Then you take the trade. If not, then leave it there. I mean, and always check for synergy with the other time frames, with higher time frames, right? It's doing nothing. Okay, here crude, it's at 841 though, but crude may have a bounce here above the previous day high. It's it's failing to reject now. I'm gonna, yeah, no. $73.32 is where this one would trigger. 32. Sideways move in gold. Still, this candle is live. And that means that in the other time frames, this one is really ranging. Well, it seems that we are paid for being patient here. So hopefully, when we take a trade, is is for a profit. 32, 33.50. Very quiet market, very quiet market. Yeah, today is there's no news. So at 8:30 normally we do have news, and that would trigger a move. Yes, you're right. And also I wait normally until 8:35 to do any entry. Today it's yeah, as you say, Barbara, it's really dead. Um, we'll see what happens when the market opens at 9:30. But for now, and also with crude, if crude has a little bit of reaction here, but remember that any move to the upside in crude is going to be a counter trend, and we do have the 200 moving average right above it. So first of all, needs to confirm the break of that previous high right here that at this point was failing. Um, I like this formation though. It's a double. It's a second entry long right there, but still I would say that it could go to the downside before it moves up. Now gold is reacting to the upside now, but we're below the move the this one would be a counter as well. Now double tail here, it's a good sign for being bullish. Second candle almost confirmed. Right at the 2045 resistance. And it seems that it's moving to the upside, huh? There you go. and failing again to move above the resistance level. I'm not in. I'm waiting. So. All right, 8:51. Sorry, no trades today, and be patient and be careful. That's what I would have to say for today. It could be a quiet day. Also, markets are a little bit extended, I would say. So still bullish, but it's still, in NQ and ES at any point could start selling off. I don't know. All right. So thank you so much for watching, and see you tomorrow. Thank you again, and I appreciate the likes very much. All right. See you tomorrow.